Greetings from Dystopia, episode 173. Let's go set up a tarp. Take you guys out. I'm going to show you one tarp setup. It's called a plow front. Plow front pitch. There's a couple different names for it, but basically it goes up to a tree. And stake out one end and put it instead of wings. And you can splay the wings out based on how bad the weather is. So it's a pretty simple setup. It's easy to do. Let's go do it. See you in a bit. Anybody hear the owl? So now what you have is commonly called a plow front. It's just a big shelter. Ideally, well, not ideally, the way you set it up is this side of it is to the wind, so the storm or the winds are coming this way. And it creates a nice little windbreak. I'll bring you around front and I'll show you the amount of room in there. So now what you have is that back up in here is complete coverage shelter. These actually work pretty good. I have slept in plow fronts before, both higher so it's shallower and lower so it's deeper. They do make for a good shelter. There's plenty of room. So this, obviously my arms stretch out are 6 feet. So you have enough here to lay front to back or side to side. This is a 10-foot by 10-foot tarp. And it's a very simple, easy configuration. They are quite comfortable to sit under. The other advantage to this type of a tarp is you can come down to the front. I guess you could see that in that other shot. But you could, try to flip things around so I can see them. You could very easily sit here and cook right in this area right here, so there's no risk to catching the shelter. You could keep a small fire right in this area, and it's even with this tree. So where I'm talking about, just to stand there, it's right here. And now I'm standing up completely. I'm out of the shelter. So it actually gives you plenty of room to have a fire, to do all of your basics. That right there has got me wondering if I should keep this or not, because this is one of only 2 square shelters I have. So what I'm going to show you now is, alright, so here I am. Now I'm sitting in here like I would in camp, although if it was raining I might be a little bit farther back. Like I was talking about, I can cook right here in front of me. There's no danger of fumes. The wind is coming this way from behind me. You can also grab your tie-out points and stretch this out just a little bit. I'll walk around and show you. Alright, now hopefully that came out. Basically what you're doing with these tie-outs, you can pull it out and you're adding another foot of internal volume to the shelter. And it does make for a comfortable shelter. I have, like I said, I've camped in these numerous times. It's a good shelter. It's very comfortable. The only problem you'll have is if the wind switches or the weather switches and starts coming into the open end. But yeah, this is probably one of the most common, easy setup shelters next to just a flat out A-frame. A flat out A is just suspending a line between 2 trees and you wrap the tarp over it, kind of like the old pup tents, you know. And that's really a straightforward shelter. What's worth showing you, I think, is the amount of visibility. Not only are you sheltered from the weather, but the front views are phenomenal. Clearly you can't see through the tarp unless you have one out of visqueen, or you actually have a Dyneema tarp, which is semi-translucent. They work out pretty nice. But here, let me turn you guys around so you can see the pitch of the tarp is up there about 7 feet all the way back to the point. So you do get a pretty wide view. Say hi to yourselves. Pretty wide view of the area that you're in. And there is, as I lay down, there's plenty of room in here. I didn't think to bring a sheet of polycro with me to actually lay on the ground. So I'm sitting on my sit pad and make sure my butt's on it and I'm not grinding in the dirt. But yeah, they make for a good, quick shelter. So maybe I will keep this tarp. The other thing I love about setting up tarps, whether it's even tents for that matter, is again the view, the light play that you get while actually in the tarp or the tent or on your hammock or whatever. I love the light play as it changes throughout the day, so it does make kind of a neat side effect of tarps and tents. Alright, so that's one quick and dirty setup, the plow front. Like I said, just tie it to the tree on the diagonal. Go straight out from the tree in the direction that so if the wind is coming this way, I want to put the lowest end into the wind. The ground end goes into the wind. Taut, and then stake out the corners, stake out your interim points. If you want, you can pull out the guy line attachments if you have them in the middle portions of the tarp, and that will expand it out and give you a little bit more room as well. 10 by 10 tarp, as you saw, gives you, at least 6 feet, 6.5 feet inside, side to side, so you can sleep nestled up and out of the rain. There's other configurations you can do for that one too. Another quick one just is, you get it into position like we had it in the plow front. If you have tie outs all the way around your tarp, you can go back one set from the point, either tie that off to trees or find some sticks, longer sticks, and tie it up and drop the front and tie it down at an angle, forming a front block, through a portion of it. Or you can go down one set more and pull it all the way to the ground. Just play with tarps. Don't be afraid to, like I said, with everything, just like your food, don't be afraid to play and try out different configurations. So that's just one quick and dirty one, and like I said, I've slept like that more than a few times, so it's a good shelter. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Be good, be well, wear a mask if you have to, be smart, stay strong, be mighty. That's cheesy, ain't it? But I like it. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Best pack ever made.